Hey, Chris Duncan here, founder of Conscious Education and the Conscious Education podcast, and I'm thrilled to be sharing with you some of the lessons I've learned literally coaching over 30,000 people in the last 4 years. Really, they had one problem, and their one problem was they were trying to create an outcome for years, a result, maybe a healing, or maybe more money, or maybe a better relationship, or a healthier body, or trying to find their purpose in life. They've been trying to go for something, and at times it felt like they were in momentum, and at times it felt like they weren't. And the challenge isn't that these people are completely unsuccessful. Typically, there's a couple of areas in life that are going quite well, but there's areas in life that they were really focused on. You know, they wanted to make more money, or they had a health crisis that just kept on repeating itself, or they just couldn't seem to lose the weight they wanted, or their relationships always seemed to fall apart. They had this one area, and the challenge that these people had was, well, why is it? Why does this keep happening? They'd see other people being able to be successful in that area, and these people, they're not unmotivated. The first mistake is people working from what I call the wrong structure. Everything in life has a structure. This computer has a structure that I'm speaking on. You're a structure, I'm a structure. Water is a result that you are trying to resolve something that's not right. Typically what happens is the structure ends up in oscillation. And that's because a person, and I'll draw it out on my board, a person ends up putting power into two places. And this is one of the biggest problems with personal development, and one of the biggest problems with people in the self-help industry and healing is that they're in the wrong structure. Okay, so and that's a very, very common setup. The problem is that they didn't just move to that new reality with ease and flow and create like they would like to. Instead, they would move towards it and then somehow get derailed or distracted and end up going for something else, only to fool themselves that they were actually going for what they wanted, and then end up where they started again, only to go on the same journey. And this happened to me, and many of my clients realized that structure is actually the missing piece. And so first off, let's describe the wrong structure. So see, when you try to move it, what you've done is you've created two focus points, and your consciousness creates, okay? Your consciousness creates, your active focus creates. So you say, this is a problem, this is what I don't want, and this is what I do want. And by doing that, your brain literally holds two pieces of information, okay? Now, what happens is you also have an identity. Your identity is a part of you that has a name. It also has feelings. It has automatic processing systems. It's made up of self-conscious, unconscious, and superconscious. Your identity doesn't want to change. And so what this setup does is you basically say to your identity that we want to go to this new place over here, and we have no idea how it's going to be. All we know is it's going to be different. And there's going to be different things. Maybe there's more money, or maybe there's a different relationship, or maybe there's a different way that you're relating to the world. It's just different. The identity really doesn't like this. It goes, well, it's going to be better, but how do we really know it's better? What's really going on? So the identity causes the conflict, because since the identity doesn't know how it's going to be, better reality, more money, better relationships, better purpose, you know, all these things, your identity starts to freak out. And it says, this is going to be different. I don't know if this is survivable. I don't know if this is safe. And how do you know it freaks out? Because you get weird things. You get doubt, uncertainty, fears, worries, judgments. All of these get popped into your awareness. Typically what happens is, as you move towards that, your identity throws up some sort of negative feeling. And this negative feeling captures the attention of your unconscious, and then you go to solve it. So instead of just easily moving to where you want, you get caught in this idea that there's something that you need to fix, and then you race down trying to fix it, okay? And when I say fix it, what I mean is you say, well, I've got to heal my money beliefs, or I must, I must work harder, or I must do, there's something that you decide you need to change about yourself. But it's actually why The Secret or law of attraction or even just normal goal setting doesn't work for most people. It's because most people's identity is in opposition to the end result that they actually want to achieve. So the identity causes all this conflict. You see, the identity is the problem. But if you try to go and fix the identity, all you do is teach it that there's something wrong with it, so it looks for more problems. When you realize that you're a source, or as we call it, superconscious, and then creating a multi-million-dollar business is just a game, just a fun thing you're engaging with. Just like, you know, playing a game of football. It's just a fun game you're engaging with. Or creating a new healthy body. It's just a fun game you're engaging with. When you engage it, you already are it. There is no problem. You know, there is no disease. There is no, you know, challenge. We've had some amazing transformations, from people regaining their eyesight to, and I probably shouldn't talk about them all because people are going to think that these are promises or whatever, but people have messaged me and they've said, hey, you know, I had a tumor and then I went into the surgeon's table, and when they opened me up, the tumor was not there. And people said, I had diabetes, now I don't, and I can see again. People tell me about this all the time, or how their money has 10x'd, and every time they say the same thing. This is the first recording or session that I'm going to go through about some of the ways that we create mistakes when we're wanting to manifest. So I still have, how many I've got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I've got 9 more coming, and they'll be released on this channel for you. So please do make sure you subscribe. Have an absolutely amazing day. Subscribe to this channel. Let me know if you enjoyed it, and I hope that you grab the next one. Bye for now.